Morning, everyone. Today is an education session that is being run by Jason Russo and Joe Roots with regards to our marketing plans and events for 2023, given this is our 40th year anniversary of MND Queensland. So I'll pass you over to the guys to run through what our plans are for the year.
Thanks, Simon. So I'm Jason Russo. I'm the Fundraising, Marketing and Communications Manager here at MND Queensland. I've been with MND Queensland for just over 5 years now. And in that time, I've seen the organisation really grow substantially. We were a team of something like 6 people when I first started, and we're about 16 or 17 now. And we offer a range of services that we could only dream of 5 years ago. So a lot of that work has been made possible through donations and community support. That's how we've grown. As you probably know, we don't get any government funding, so we are reliant on self-generated funds, so providing services through our NDIS support coordinators and equipment hire service and things like that. The rest of our work is funded through our community support. So I'll hand over to Jay now.
So yeah, I'm Jay Roots. I'm the Event and Fundraising Coordinator at MND Queensland. I've been here since November. Primarily my role is looking after the events and fundraising as a whole, whether that be in-house events, peer-to-peer fundraising or third-party fundraisers. I take care of all that, and my main mission is to get as many people to our events and raise as much money as possible for MND.
Great. So we'll just move on to our slide. So MND Queensland is committed to supporting and maintaining the quality of life for all people living with motor neurone disease throughout the state. Our commitment is to be there and provide expert, integrated and multidisciplinary support, education and accurate information. We form a part of MND Australia, the national peak body of state organisations that support those living with and impacted by MND, and MND Research Australia is our national research arm. So MND Queensland was formed in 1983 by a guy called Charles Graham, who was diagnosed with MND in 1981. There was limited information available to Charles when he was diagnosed, and he read an article in New Idea in November 1982 about MND Victoria. And he contacted them to obtain more information and then had the idea to set up an association in Queensland. So our first meeting was held at the Oxley CWA Hall on the 26th of February 1983, so we're approaching that birth date very soon. Sadly, Charles Graham passed away on the 11th of July 1983, but his legacy lives on through MND Queensland, and he also coined the phrase never give up, and that has been adopted nationally as well as one of our taglines. On the 26th of July, we became an incorporated association, so we became quite official then. November 1991, we formed a national body, which is now MND Australia, and we joined with Victoria, South Australia, West Australia, Tasmania, New South Wales, and the Newcastle and Hunter region group. Our NALA office was officially opened on the 4th of September in 1993, and you can see a couple of photos there. One photo has our vice patron, Henry Palaszczuk, Anastasia's father, and when he was the minister at the time. So we sold the office in 2021, and we moved to a larger premises here in Oxley in September 2020, so we can warehouse all of our equipment on site in one place. We were using off-site warehouses, and we had a little shed out the back and another, so we're much more efficient now. We've got much more room for growth as well. So yeah, all the team can be under one roof. And as I mentioned, we have grown, and we now offer allied health services such as occupational therapy, physiotherapy, speech therapy, our free voice banking clinic, our free life stories program, and many more services to benefit people with MND. So how getting involved can help. So getting involved and supporting MND Queensland is a great way to make a positive impact in the lives of those affected by this devastating disease. You can help raise vital funds to provide essential services and support to people with MND and fund research. You can help increase community awareness about MND, and we always hear from people especially when people are first diagnosed, that they really, they might have heard about MND, but they don't understand what MND is or the impacts that it has. So raising community awareness is a really important task. And doing something by getting involved can be positive and help the family and friends of the person diagnosed with MND feel that they are making a difference, and it can help them cope better with their loved one's diagnosis, as they can often feel helpless if they're not providing that direct care. So an easy way to support MND Queensland is to donate, and there's several ways. You can donate to MND Queensland and support our efforts to provide essential supports and services to people affected by MND. Every donation, no matter how small, can help us provide a range of support services. By supporting our efforts, individuals can help ensure that the organisation has the resources it needs to continue its important work and make progress in the fight against MND. Donations to MND Queensland are tax deductible, making it a convenient and impactful way for individuals to give back to the community. And we also encourage people to participate in regular giving. That's where people give a monthly donation. And this year we've launched the 40 for 40 campaign, encouraging supporters to donate $40 every month in support of our 40th anniversary. So I'll hand over to Jay now to talk more about our events.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of events planned for this year, beginning with Makes Move for MND, which launched the other week on the 1st of Feb, and it runs through the whole of Feb, ending on the 28th. So as we launched last week, we raised roughly $10,000 in the first week or so, which is an amazing effort. Essentially, Makes Move is just a virtual event where people can exercise anywhere they want at any given time. Our next scheduled event is Walk to Defeat MND Gold Coast, which is taking place on the 26th of March at Hollandale Park. The next walk is Walk to Defeat MND Brisbane, which is taking place on the 21st of May at New Farm Park. The next event is Climb for MND, which is a sunset climb / night climb, climbing the Story Bridge, which is taking place on the 23rd of June.
And Simone did that last year.
Yes, it was great. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
And we had about, what, 17 people climb the bridge for us last year?
Yeah, so there were a lot of like sons and daughters that were doing it on behalf of clients. So, and we had a tribute at the top of the bridge as well. So yeah, it was a great event.
And I think that event raised about $15,000. And it was a bit of a challenge for some people because they had a fear of heights. So
yes.
It was a great event, and we had the Blue Corpse tribute evening below the bridge that night as well. Sorry to interrupt, Jay. I'll let you continue.
And then we have the Sunshine Coast Walk, which is our first time doing a walk in the Sunshine Coast, which will be really interesting. That's taking place on the 6th of August at Mooloolaba, beginning at the Northern Parkland. The next event is the Inspired Adventures, a partnership with MND Queensland, which is a 3-day hike through the beautiful scenic rim in the Gold Coast hinterland. That's selling really well. We're like halfway through all our tickets. We're at 8 tickets right now, and we can sell up to 20, which is really good. And then the next event is Walk to Defeat MND Toowoomba, which is taking place on the 10th of September at Queen's Park. And then our big event for this year is the 40th anniversary gala. That's taking place at Crystal Brook Vincent in Brisbane City on the 23rd of September. It'll be a cocktail style event, and tickets are priced at $120. And then we have Walk to Defeat MND Redcliffe, which is taking place on the 22nd of October at Suttons Beach. And then our last event of the year is Snag Your Boss, which is a new concept, which I will dive further into, which will be taking place from the 27th of November to the 1st of December across a state, and that's statewide.
So can I just jump in there? So for those online, if anybody, you can wheel or walk at these at the walks. Glenn, I know you're on for the first time, and I know you're keen you're a regular walker in Queen's Park in Toowoomba. So, but there are events that you can also, bring the family along too, for those that haven't actually been to a walk before, or even the Scenic Rim walk. You know, if you have any children or other family members that would be keen to join in, it's open to everybody.
That's right, Simone. Thanks for saying that. So all of our events, except for the Scenic Rim Trek, are designed to cater for people with disabilities or in wheelchairs. We make sure that we've got disabled car parks close by, that there's disabled toilets nearby, and that the paths, especially on our Walk to Defeat events, are wheelchair friendly as well. So I'll hand back over to Joe.
Yeah, so Mates Move for MND is an event organised by MND Queensland to raise awareness and funds for the charity's efforts to support those affected by MND. The event is designed to bring people together to have fun, challenge themselves and raise awareness and funds for MND Queensland. Participants can choose from a range of challenges and set their own personal fundraising goal with the support of friends and family. All funds raised through Mates Move for MND will go towards supporting individuals and their families affected by MND and funding research into finding a cure and advancing the charity's important work. By participating in Mates Move for MND, individuals can make a positive impact in the lives of those affected by MND while also challenging themselves and having fun with their friends and family. The event is a unique opportunity to raise awareness and funds for a worthy cause while also promoting physical activity and community engagement. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or a beginner, Mates Move for MND is an event that everyone can participate in and make a difference.
And this is the second virtual event we've done. We were involved in Australia Moves for MND a couple of years ago when the pandemic first hit. And so that was pretty successful for us. So this is the second time around that we're trying to do a virtual event. And it's really useful because we are a statewide organisation, so people can participate wherever they're located. And we even had some clients participating in Australian Moves for MND. There was one woman who was in a wheelchair and had very little movement, and she did an eyebrow dance every day and videoed it and shared it on social media, and that was just brilliant.
Cool.
So yeah, it's however you choose to move, wherever you are, and it's just a great way to raise awareness, especially through social media and some funds as well.
So Walk to Defeat MND is an annual event organised by MND Queensland to raise awareness and funds for the charity's efforts to support those affected by MND. The event takes place in multiple locations, including the Gold Coast, Brisbane, Redcliffe, Toowoomba and the Sunshine Coast, and is open to everyone regardless of age and fitness level. Walk to Defeat MND offers 2 walking options, 2 kilometres and a 4 kilometre walk, allowing participants to choose the distance that best suits their fitness level. The event provides an opportunity for individuals, families and communities to come together to raise awareness about MND and support those affected by the disease and raise funds for MND Queensland. Participants can set their own personal fundraising goal with the support of friends and family, and all funds raised through Walk to Defeat MND will go towards supporting individuals and families affected by MND, funding research into finding a cure and advancing the charity's important work. By participating in Walk to Defeat MND, individuals can make a positive impact in the lives of those affected by MND while also promoting physical activity and community engagement.
It's a really great way to create awareness as well, because we have these walks at public venues like parks, and you can see in those photos there on the screen, there's a new t-shirt designed every year, and every participant gets a free t-shirt when they register. They pick up on the day of the event, but you know, you see a sea of people in the same t-shirts walking through these parks, and it just creates massive awareness on the day. You get people coming up to our site asking what's going on. And you know, some people share their stories. They didn't know about the walk, but they have been impacted some way by MND. So it's a great way to create community awareness as well.
So Climb for MND is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to challenge yourself, make a difference and experience Brisbane's iconic Story Bridge like never before. On June 23rd, participants will gather at the Story Bridge to climb the structure and raise awareness and funds for MND Queensland. Participants who sign up for the climb will receive a private climb leader who will guide them every step of the way and provide a sense of safety and security throughout the climb. The climb leader will also share interesting facts about the Story Bridge and Brisbane and provide a unique perspective on the city. In addition to the private climb leader, participants will also receive a range of benefits that are designed to make the experience as memorable and enjoyable as possible. This includes a free beverage to celebrate the climb, a photo package, and time on the top platform to admire the breathtaking views of the city. The cost of the climb is $180 per person and includes everything mentioned above. The fee for the climb will go directly to MND Queensland, supporting its efforts to provide essential services and to support individuals and families affected by MND. Climb for MND is more than just a climb, it's an opportunity to show support for those affected by MND, raise awareness about the disease and make a difference in the life of those in need.
It's a great peer-to-peer fundraiser as well. So every participant sets up a fundraising page and raises funds for MND Queensland through their circles. So I have to apologise. Like the SCENIC Rim Trek, this is a challenge event that probably isn't suitable for some people with MND if you've got some mobility issues, because it does involve a bit of a physical trek up the bridge, and it's there are some safety concerns as well. So apologies for that.
The Walk for Care Scenic Rim Adventure is a fundraising event organised by Inspired Adventures in partnership with MND Queensland. The event will take place from the 23rd to the 25th of August and offers participants an opportunity to embark on a scenic and challenging walk through the stunning Scenic Rim region in Queensland. The Walk for Care Scenic Rim Adventure is open to anyone who wants to participate and make a positive impact in the lives of those affected by MND. Participants can choose to walk as individuals or as part of a team, with registration fees priced at $1,573. All proceeds from the event will be donated to MND Queensland, supporting their efforts to help individuals and families affected by MND and to fund research into finding a cure for this disease. In addition to the physical challenge, participants will also have the opportunity to connect with others who are passionate about supporting MND Queensland. Throughout the walk, participants will be able to share their experiences and raise awareness and inspire others to support the cause. The event will be an opportunity to bring people together and to create a sense of community and support those affected by MND. The Walk for Care Scenic Rim Adventure is a unique and exciting way to support MND Queensland and to make a positive impact in the lives of those affected by MND. Whether you're just a seasoned walker or just looking for a new challenge, the Walk for Care Scenic Rim Adventure is an opportunity to get involved, have fun, and support a worthy cause. So why wait? Sign up today and be part of the Walk for Care Scenic Rim Adventure.
And this is really exciting because this is the first time we partnered with Inspired Adventures on this type of challenge. So it's great to see that people are already signing up for the challenge, and we've already got people fundraising as well. So this is another peer-to-peer style event. So it's creating an opportunity for people to fundraise through their circles, and it also raises awareness at the same time.
So one of the biggest events of the year for us is our 40th anniversary gala. It's a cocktail style event which will be taking place on the 23rd of September at the Crystal Rook Vincent in Brisbane City. It's right across from the Howard Smith Wharves. The gala marks a significant milestone for the charity, which has been dedicated to supporting individuals and their families affected by MND for 4 decades. The MND Queensland 40th Anniversary Gala promises to be a night of celebration, reflection and inspiration. The event will feature a range of activities including a cocktail reception, live entertainment and an auction. Guests will have the opportunity to mix and mingle with like-minded individuals, learn about the charity's history and impact, and celebrate its achievement over the past 40 years. The gala is open to anyone who wants to support MND Queensland and help raise funds for this important cause. Attendees can expect a night of fun, food and entertainment while also being part of something much bigger. By attending the gala, guests can help support the efforts of MND Queensland to help individuals and families affected by MND and fund research into finding a cure and raise awareness about MND. The MND Queensland 40th Anniversary Gala is an opportunity to come together and celebrate the achievements of this important organisation. Whether you're a long-time supporter or just looking to get involved, the gala is an opportunity to make a positive impact in the lives of those affected by MND and to help fight against MND. Tickets will be priced at $120 and will be available shortly.
And I think we will be offering a small discount for our members as well. It really is a beautiful venue with stunning views of the river and the city. So we're really looking forward to this event. And I guess marking the occasion, it's not every day that an organisation turns 40. We regret having to turn 40. We don't wish we didn't have to turn 40. You know, we hope there would be a cure by now, but until there is a cure, we're here to support families impacted by MND across Queensland. But this is a fundraising event as well. So we're hoping to raise about $30,000, I think, from this event. So if you know people that want to come along, please encourage them to buy tickets when they're available. Jay's also organising a small discount, accommodation discount at the hotel, Crystal Brook Vincent, as well, for anybody coming to Brisbane from out of town. It's not going to be cheap to stay there, but it's a small discount. It's something that can help people anyway. Yeah,
the discount's 10%, and typically to stay there is $300 a night, roughly. So Snag Your Boss is a statewide fundraising event organised by MND Queensland that provides a fun and unique way for employees and workplaces to get involved in raising awareness and funds for MND. The event is based on the classic Australian tradition of the sausage sizzle, where participants are encouraged to organise a sausage sizzle at their workplace with funds raised being matched or rounded up by the boss or workplace management. To make this event as accessible and impactful as possible, MND Queensland will reach out to regional Lions and Rotary clubs to get involved. These clubs can assist workplaces with barbecues and equipment if needed, providing a level of support that ensures that everyone has access to the resources they need to make the event a success. In addition, MND Queensland can provide advice and support to those who are new to fundraising, making the process as smooth and stress-free as possible. The goal of Snag Your Boss is to provide a fun and engaging way for companies to show their support for a vital cause while encouraging employee involvement. But participating in this event, companies can not only make a positive impact on the community, but they can also help raise awareness and funds for MND. This can have a lasting impact on the lives of those affected by MND and help bring the community together to make a difference. Snag Your Boss is a great opportunity for companies and employees to show their support for MND. The event provides a fun and unique way for everyone to get involved and make a positive impact, and is sure to be a success with the support of regional Lions and Rotary clubs. So reach out to your contacts and get ready to snag your boss for a sausage sizzle and help make a difference in their life affected by MND.
And we're hoping this event really engages corporate support, because we don't have enough corporate support. We know there's lots of companies out there with lots of money that they give to charity, but MND Queensland doesn't receive a lot of it. So this is just one of those little ways that we're trying to engage with corporate Queensland and corporate Australia a little bit more. So we're really hopeful that it's successful. So if you know anybody that might host a barbecue, get in touch with Jay, and he can start working on them and see how we can support them, make it a success.
So what is peer-to-peer fundraising? Peer-to-peer fundraising is a type of fundraising campaign where individuals, also known as fundraisers, raise money on behalf of a non-profit organisation. At MND Queensland, peer-to-peer fundraising is a crucial aspect of our fundraising strategy, as it helps raise awareness and support for MND in the local community. Peer-to-peer fundraisers are individuals who have a personal connection to MND and have decided to take action by organising their own fundraising activities. They can be friends, family members, or community members who are passionate about raising money to support the organisation's mission. MND Queensland provides its peer-to-peer fundraisers with the necessary tools, resources, and support to run successful fundraising campaigns. These campaigns can take many forms, such as charity runs, walks, or online fundraisers, or participating in marathons. The funds raised through these campaigns go directly to MND Queensland to help support research, advocacy, and support services for those affected by MND.
And look, in a good year, we can make tens of thousands of dollars from these types of events. We don't organise them, so you know, they're external events to us, so it's less work for us. So as people register for events like the Brisbane Marathon or the Bridge to Brisbane or Gold Coast Marathon or triathlons, they choose MND Queensland as their charity of choice, and they set up a fundraising page within that event website, and then they share that with all their circles of friends and family and ask for support for MND Queensland. And it's a great way to challenge themselves and raise funds and awareness.
So third-party events and third-party fundraising is a type of fundraising that involves organisations and individuals working with a non-profit organisation, such as us, to raise funds on its behalf. This type of fundraising allows organisations and individuals to use their networks, skills and resources to raise awareness and support for non-profits' missions. MND Queensland utilises third-party fundraising to increase its reach and engage with new supporters who may have not otherwise been aware of the organisation. Third-party fundraisers can take many forms, including event partnerships and sponsorship. For example, a local business may choose to host a charity event and donate the proceeds to MND Queensland, or a community organisation may choose to partner with MND Queensland to provide support and resources to those affected by MND. These types of fundraising initiatives allow MND Queensland to tap into new networks, communities, and increasing its impact and making a difference in the lives of those affected by MND. We are super grateful for the support of our third-party fundraisers and work closely with them to ensure their efforts are in line with our organisation's mission and values.
And there's some existing brands or products that kind of exist already, like the Drink Tea for MND. So we've done that as a week-long campaign over the last couple of years. So that's just where you put on a tea party or an afternoon tea, or it can even be a cocktail party, and invite your friends and families along. And instead of them bringing a plate or a gift or flowers, you ask them to make a donation to MND Queensland. And we can support your third-party events in several ways. We can set up a fundraising page on our website for people to make donations to. We can send out merchandise for you to sell or give away as prizes. So there's lots of ways that we can support your event. We can promote it on social media as well. And so if you have any family or friends that want to put something on, it's also a really good way, as I mentioned earlier, for them to feel better about having a loved one with MND and feeling a bit useless, so they feel like they're actually doing something and contributing. So if you've got any family or friends, or you want to do something yourself, get in touch with Jay and he can help you with some ideas.
So this is probably one of our biggest milestones for this year. Dan,
there's somebody online who probably knows more about this than us, Jay. So Glenn is from Toowoomba. Hi, Glenn, and thank you so much. This is a major campaign for us, and it wouldn't have happened without you. So thanks for planting that seed with Dan Murphy's. I can't believe it's actually happening statewide. So sorry to interrupt, Jay, but I just wanted to thank Glenn personally.
All good. So Dan Murphy's has partnered with MND Queensland to raise awareness and funds for the charity's efforts to support those affected by MND. This partnership is a great opportunity for Dan Murphy's customers to support a worthy cause while also receiving an item in return. The partnership aims to raise funds for MND Queensland by selling stubby coolers and wristbands at 58 Dan Murphy's stores across Queensland. The stubby coolers and wristbands are priced at $5 and $3 respectively, and 100% of the proceeds will be donated to MND Queensland. The stubby coolers and wristbands are available in limited quantities, with 50 stubby coolers and 100 wristbands available at each store. This provides customers with the opportunity to purchase a unique item while also making a positive impact in the lives of those affected by MND. Dan Murphy's customers can show their support by purchasing a stubby cooler or wristband, or by making a direct donation to MND Queensland at any of the participating stores. The partnership provides Dan Murphy's with the opportunity to give back to the community and support a cause that is close to the hearts of many of its customers and staff members. The funds raised through this partnership will go towards supporting individuals and families affected by MND, funding research into finding a cure, and advancing the charity's important work. By participating in the Dan Murphy's partnership with MND Queensland, individuals can make a positive impact in the life of those affected by MND, while also promoting community engagement and supporting a worthy cause. Whether you're a customer or supporter of Dan Murphy's or MND Queensland, this partnership provides an opportunity to make a difference and support those affected by MND. Join the thousands of individuals who will support MND Queensland through the Dan Murphy's partnership and help advance the fight against MND.
So distributing 6,000 wristbands and 3,000 stubby coolers was quite a task for us to get them to the stores all across Queensland. So we had a couple of volunteers in last week packing up all the boxes, and some staff members have been delivering to our local stores. I did a couple on Tuesday. Simon's done some.
Yeah.
And then we've posted the rest out to places that we can't get to ourselves. So it works in a couple of ways from an awareness perspective. We'll have display counters on 4 counters in every Dan Murphy store across Queensland. So with our branding and our taglines. So that's one way that it raises awareness. The other way is that everybody who buys a stubby cooler or a wristband is going to be taking that home and using it when they have friends around or wearing it on their wrists, and people will ask, what's that about? And they can actually start a conversation about motor neurone disease and the work of MND Queensland potentially if they are attached to us and know what we do. So it's an amazing opportunity, and we're so grateful, Glenn. Thank you.
Yeah, no problems. If I can just give you a little bit of an update, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so yesterday I participated in the phone link-ups with all the store managers throughout Queensland in the 4 separate areas, and the message, you know, about, you know, what we were doing. They're also creating flyers that have the QR code on it that they can people can sort of scan and go direct to donate. Also, teams are going to participate in sausage sizzles. Local Woolworths stores are donating sausages and bread for stores to run sausage sizzles, probably on the Friday or Saturday, and people can just donate directly. They have a special button on the registers where people can just donate money straight up as well. So, you know, we're sort of hoping for a huge push to make every post a winner and raise as much money as what we can.
Thanks so much. It's a really exciting opportunity for us.
Yeah.
So does anyone have any questions for us? No? Okay, well, look, thank you so much for your time and listening to what we have planned for 2023. It's a really exciting year for us. It's a big year for us. So we hope to see some faces at some of those events. Get in touch with Jay or myself if you want more information about any of our fundraising programs, or if you know anybody that might want to sponsor one of our events like the GALA. You know, we really do rely on the support of our community. So we really value all of your input and support. So thank you. Simone?
Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming on today. Yeah, I guess that's it for today, for today's session, unless anyone wanted to just hang around for a couple more minutes, just to have a quick chat, because yeah, we've got a couple of minutes. But otherwise, thank you both to Jason and to Jay for telling us about what's going on for this year, and yeah, really hope to see everyone all frocked up and at the gala. That would be a good one. So yeah, so thank you everyone.
Thanks guys.
See ya.